Hello, beautiful souls. It's time to forgive and be in a space of gratitude. Open the doorway to forgiveness and gratitude. Forgiveness allows you to let go of the past and live in the present. Forgiving yourself is foremost. By forgiving yourself, you no longer hold resentment towards others. As you release self-inflicting guilt and shame, you throw away the scorecard of seeming wrongs you imagine others have inflicted in your life. Life is too short for keeping tallies. Letting go brings peace of mind. Though true forgiveness doesn't necessarily come easily or quickly, it's worth the effort and time invested. Research has shown or has found practicing forgiveness decreases stress, hypertension, cortisol rate, heart rate, blood pressure, and improves health, happiness, self-esteem, mood, and psychological well-being. Gratitude for the innumerable blessings you receive is a virtue, is an avenue towards inner peace. You might take these blessings for granted, but if you were to count them, you might be surprised how rich your life is. If you live in gratitude, you become wealthy in spirit. No longer do you dwell in lack. Instead, you dwell in abundance, and that eternal abundance materializes as material prosperity. Research links gratitude and decreases stress, depression, substance abuse, suicidal thoughts, and improvement in academic performance, well-being, sleep, self-esteem, happiness, trust in people, and resilience recovering from PTSD. Whenever you use affirmations, say them audibly with confidence in a strong, clear, and assertive voice. One added tip is that affirmations are more powerful when you pretend your higher self is saying the affirmations through you. In other words, imagine it isn't your ego speaking the affirmations. It is your higher self. Self-forgiveness healing affirmation. The best way to forgive others is to first forgive yourself. This affirmation can help you do this. Speak it audibly in a convincing, confident voice. I call upon the Holy Spirit to release all guilt and shame that I have held in my heart. I recognize that I have acted in ways that have been unfeeling, cruel, spiteful, pitiless, and seemingly unforgivable. But I no longer need to hold on to self-condemnations and self-deprecation. I no longer need to judge myself harshly. I admit that I have committed many wrongdoings, whether thoughtless and in haste, or whether premeditated and calculated. I know my higher self would never hurt anyone or do any harm. My actions have been ignorant and oblivious due to the negative habits, false conditioning, unconsciousness, and seemingly involuntary, unwitty, knee-jerk reaction. Despite my previous seeming wrongdoings, I know I always did the very best I could do in every situation. Given my level of consciousness and state of mind, at that time. And given the situation and circumstances I encountered. Therefore, there is no need for guilt or shame. There is no need to condemn myself for seeming errors or to hold on to the past. I no longer create situations and inflict self-punishment. I no longer feel the need to subconsciously invent ways to hurt, harm, or sabotage myself in order to pay for seeming past crimes. I no longer sentence myself to metaphorical prison terms, chains, hard labor, solitary confinement, or other negative conditions of my own making. I no longer feel the need to suffer for past transgression. By attracting into my life abusive, self-punishing situations such as failure, loss, pain, illness, and misery. I now forgive myself for lack of understanding. I now forgive myself for impatience. I now forgive myself for errors. I now forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. I now forgive myself for acting in seemingly unforgivable ways. I know that the Spirit does not condemn me, so I no longer condemn myself, and I now forgive myself for condemning myself. I now let go of regret by placing all my seeming wrongdoings into a big gunky sack and handing it over to Spirit. I now give over my abusive behavior to Spirit, knowing that I intend to do no further harm, and I am fully forgiven. I let go and let Spirit bring forgiveness and blessedness into my life. I know that by divine grace, I am healed, forgiven, lifted, and cleansed. I now let go of the need to wallow in sorrow, remorse, and regret, and I forgive myself. I am a divine being of light, living in the heart of divine love. I love myself completely and forgive myself completely. I am a child of God. I am healed. I am whole. I am perfection everywhere now. I am perfection here now. I am perfect exactly as I am because I was created in the likeness of the image that which is perfection. I am loved and beloved of Spirit, so be it. Holding on to resentment doesn't push the person who wronged you. It punishes you. Forgiveness isn't about condoning the other person's behavior. It's about letting go of resentment. No matter how seemingly unforgivable is the person's transgression, it is possible to let go of negative emotions that are poisoning you. Such negative emotions can cause mental or physical illness. So let it go now. If you feel someone has wronged you, say these affirmations audibly in a commanding voice daily until you no longer feel charged emotions towards that person. Spirit within me, is forgiving and releasing power. Spirit within me. Spirit within, you name the person. Forgiving and releasing power. Spirit within me is forgiving and releasing power. Spirit within me, name a person, is his or her forgiving and releasing power. Spirit within me is my forgiving and releasing power. Spirit within me, you name the person, is his or her forgiving and releasing power. Spirit within me is my forgiving and releasing power. Spirit within named person is his or her forgiving and releasing power. Spirit within me is my forgiving and releasing power. Spirit within the person of his or her forgiving and releasing power. I now call upon Spirit to eliminate all psychic ties and karmic bondage between that person and me. These psychic ties are now lovingly and completely cut, 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 lifted, loved, blessed, healed, released, dissolved, and completely let go. I am in control. I am the only authority in my life. I am divinely protected by the light of my being. My aura and my body of light are now closed off to name the person and to all but my own inner divinity. I am now completely free of bondage from name a person. I am now forgiven and name a person is now forgiven. All things are cleared up between us now and forever, from the point of origin to the present, and from this place into the entire universe and into all dimensions. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is. Take time for gratitude. I'll do this, This is a let go, let go, let go, let go, let God. Allow your heart to open to Spirit. Imagine yourself in a beautiful bubble of light. You are filled, surrounded, and encompassed by pure light of whatever color you see in your mind's eye. That is the light of divine gratitude. Allow your heart to open to the light. Your heart now is filled with light of pure gratitude. Take a moment of silence now to think about people and things in your life that brings you so much love and happiness. Now repeat after me in a strong, confident, audible voice. Thank you, Spirit, for all these blessings. Now take a few moments of silence to contemplate the most memorable challenges and hurdles you have overcome in your life and triumph. Now repeat after me in a strong, confident, audible voice. Thank you, Spirit, for all these blessings. Now take a moment of silence to think about the people who have been enemies or who seem to cause you pain and suffering, yet have been some of your greatest teachers. Now repeat after me in a strong, confident, audible voice. Thank you, Spirit, for all these blessings. Now take a few moments of silence to remember some of the happiest experiences you've had throughout your life. Now repeat after me in a strong, confident, audible voice. Thank you, Spirit, for all these blessings. Release from your mind now any thought, feeling, or emotion of lack, deficiency, and neededness. Such thoughts are released and let go from your mind. and they are gone. You are now filled with thoughts of fullness, completeness, replenish, abundance, and plenty. The bounty of divine gifts fills you with the total contentment. You are now abundantly provided for. There is no hankering after things you don't have, for you already have everything. There is only wholeness and oneness, where lack does not exist and nothing is missing. You cannot lose anything when you already have everything. All that you are is full and nothing more can be added. You are filled and replete with fulfillment. Now take a few moments of silence and enjoy the experience of contentment, fullness, and thanksgiving. Then, with gratitude in your heart, keep your eyes closed as you come forth from the meditation and pretend you are blowing out 4 candles. Then come all the way back to objective and subjective balance and open your eyes. Now repeat the following affirmation audibly with your eyes open. I am alert. I am awake. I am alert. I am very alert. I am very awake. I am objectively and subjectively balanced. I am in control. I am the authority in my life. I am divinely protected by the light of my being. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is. Now that you have experienced forgiveness and gratitude, please take a moment to record your impressions and experiences in your journal.